All right, you guys should get the notice that we're streaming. All right, there we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, welcome to tonight's Lead Magnet Challenge webinar. And today is, like its namesake says, all about lead magnets, right? We're going to talk about a few different things. What exactly is a lead magnet? Of course, we're going to talk about that. How to create a good lead magnet. We're going to go over that. How to deliver your lead magnets automatically and manually if some of you guys don't have systems in place. And how to turn your lead magnet prospects, those who opt in to get your lead magnets, into booked appointments. And then I'm going to reveal to you one of the greatest sources that I've come across to get lead magnets from. And these are lead magnets that you can customize. You can put your name on them. You can put your picture on them, whatever you want to do to make them yours and brand them for yourself. So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. If you guys have any questions, feel free to stop me in mid-sentence. It's okay. That's kind of how I want it. This is an interactive workshop. If you've ever been on any of my workshops, you know I don't do slide decks. I just kind of have my notes. I do some screen share, and I just try to make it as comprehensive as possible, but we also want it to be interactive. So the only thing that I want to do is a couple housekeeping things. If you are not asking a question, please keep yourself on mute. That's going to help with the communication and the recording as well. And then, of course, if you have a question, take yourself off mute, ask your questions, then go back on mute, and then I can respond accordingly. And like I said before, this is being recorded and streamed live. So if for some reason you don't want to be on camera, that's okay. I completely understand. And you do not have to be on camera, and you can use the chat feature to type your questions in. Real quick, if you don't know me, I am H. Cortez Springer, founder of Local Biz Marketing Pros, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur, right? And all I want to do is see small local businesses win, 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 no matter what. And the way that you win in today's entrepreneurial landscape is you have to optimize your online presence. You have to increase your lead flow so that you can grow your revenue, and that's going to allow you to expand your operation. And ultimately, is my hope that you will then be in a place to contribute more to the local communities that you serve. So tonight is all about lead magnets, and I'll tell you why this is so important. Because lead generation is the principal thing. I don't care what business you're in. The first business you're in is in relationship businesses. And the best way to start any relationship is to give first. So a lead magnet is just that. It is you giving somebody something of value that helps them solve a problem that they have. The best way to prove to someone that you can help them is to actually help them without asking for something first. So it literally allows you to take the lead in building that relationship by giving first, and then that relationship begins to grow and blossom. And from there, you can pitch an offer. Once you have that relationship, you find out what they need. And if you have the solution, then by golly, it's only right that you offer that solution to them. So that lead magnet, what is a lead magnet? It is something of value that solves a problem for a particular group of people that you ultimately want to do business with, or that you feel that you are put on this planet to serve. For instance, I serve small local service-based businesses. So I have lead magnets that are aimed at helping small local service-based business. Hence, this webinar is a lead magnet. You guys are here because you're looking for an answer to something that you struggle with. And how did you get here? You had to give me your name, email address, and phone number on a form, and then you had to show up, right? So a lead magnet is something of value aimed at your particular target market that you're willing to give in exchange for their contact information, not for you to spam them, but for you to nurture a relationship to determine whether or not you guys are a good fit to work together down the road. A lot of times we are So happy about the products and services that we have. We want to cram them down people's throat even before we get to know them. So a lead magnet allows you to position yourself in a position of authority to solve a person's problem before you ask them for anything. That allows them to lower their guards. That's the best way to start off a relationship. So if you're taking notes, there are 5 common types of lead magnets. Number 1, ebooks are always good lead magnets. Some people will argue their effectiveness in today's marketplace. Early on, they were really, really popular as the internet and social media became a big thing. But a good lead magnet, a good ebook aimed at the right person, the right group, is still a solid lead magnet. It's all about positioning, and how you get people to know about the ebook is probably more important than the actual ebook itself. Number 2, checklists are also good. So every single one of us on this webinar, we're all entrepreneurs. That means we all know something better than most people, and we're so confident in what we know that we decided to build a business around it. Well, you can take some bullet points of one of your subjects and put that into a checklist that will help solve somebody's problem, and that can be a great lead magnet. And again, if you stick around to the end, I'm going to show you where to get some great checklists for almost any industry that you can customize and you can use as your lead magnets. Number 3 is a case study. Case studies are great lead magnets, right? No matter what business you're in, you've gotten somebody a particular result. And if you have documented the results that you've gotten for those people, then that could be a lead magnet. I watch case study videos all the time. I have people that I follow and people that I want to do business with in the future. They'll put a case study out and they'll say, hey, here's how I helped this agency like yours get to X amount of dollars in revenue and X amount of customers. This is where they were. This is what we helped them do. This is the problem that had them stuck. This is how we fixed that problem. And now they are where they want to be. That's a case study. Those are great lead magnets because people want to see how you've helped other people in their same position, right? So case studies are always good lead magnets. And let me say this. This is why it's important for you to be documenting your success, right? It is critically important. So as you are working with people, as people are enjoying your services, especially those who are satisfied with your results, make sure you document that in some way, shape, or form, right? If you want a tool that can help you do that, it is called, write this down. I'm not going to show it to you guys tonight. I just started using it. It's called Video Ask, videoask.com. What it is, it's a software platform that allows you to prepare the questions that you want your customers to answer. So I see LaToya on my screen right now. So if I sent LaToya a video ask, it would be a series of short video questions, and LaToya would have the option to respond back via video, via audio only, or via text. So she can write her answer, she can video record her answer, or she can audio record her answer. So I can ask her, hey, LaToya, and I know a little bit about LaToya's business. She was on the podcast a couple of weeks ago. I would send her a video ask, and the first video ask would be, hey, LaToya, tell me real quick, what made you choose our service to come and handle your property, right? And then she'll just say what her answer is. And then I might say something like, so once she answers, then it goes to the next video. And the next video will say, oh, that's great, LaToya. So tell me real quick, where were you before we showed up on your property on a scale of 1 to 10? How frustrated were you with the problem that you had? And then on a scale of 1 to 10, where were you after we completed the job? And then she would say, hey, I'll be honest with you. I had so much stuff all over the place. My frustration was on 10. But now after you guys have left, you guys did such a wonderful job, yada, yada, yada. And you can literally guide your clients, especially those who are satisfied with your services, you can guide them into a great case study or a great video testimonial. So that's a great tool to use, and it doesn't take long. You can ask 3 or 4 questions. They can give you their 3 or 4 answers, and now you got a video testimonial at the end. You put that thing together, put that at the bottom of your website. You stack up 10, 12, 15 of those and watch your conversions go through the roof, and you can use them in all of your sales processes. So case studies is number 3 on the list for good lead magnets. Number 4, webinars and masterclasses. Great lead magnets. All of you guys are here on this webinar, right? This is a lead magnet from me. You guys are here live, but watch this. You're on a live webinar, and the reason that I'm streaming this to YouTube is so that I can then embed the YouTube video inside the funnel, and it goes from live webinar to on-demand masterclass. And now it becomes a lead magnet that people can opt into, and they can watch the same replay and get all the free resources that I'm going to give you guys anytime they're ready. It's not set a set date and time. Now, all of us are entrepreneurs. We've got at least 10 webinars in us based on what we do in our business. I'm in digital marketing, so there's about 10 solid problems that most businesses have when it comes to marketing. So you guys know I've been systematically doing these webinars on one of those pain points. Tonight is lead magnets. Last week we did content marketing. The week before that we did how to live stream like a pro. All of these are now standalone master classes that I can send people to, collect names, email addresses, and phone numbers based on their interest. Hey, I want to learn how to do those live streams like you did. Oh, you know what? I've got a master class on that. Go to this website or go to the resources page on my website, click on live stream masterclass, opt in, and you can watch a masterclass. Plus I gave away 3 or 4 free ebooks just for registering, right? That becomes a great lead magnet. You guys all can do webinars around something in your business. And last but not least, the 5th of the most common types of lead magnets are free courses. Free courses are amazing webinars. Amazing lead magnets. Not only do they give a tremendous amount of value, they instantly position you as an authority, because anybody who's got a course out, that must mean they're expert. So you're instantly put in position of higher authority because you have a course, and then your prospects who are going through your course, they develop an affinity for you. You build a relationship, almost like a micro celebrity status with them, that they feel like they know you. They've been trained, they've been indoctrinated. And when they are ready to buy, this is the thing about doing lead magnets correctly. When people are ready to buy, they literally feel guilty about spending money with somebody else if you've given them all of that value for free. You are at least at the top of the list of who they want to spend their money with because of the amount of value that you've given them, because of the amount of time that you've given them. If they decide to buy a product or service from anybody in your industry, they're going to think back to, man, Cortez gave me all of this value. He taught me about lead magnets. He taught me about live streaming. If I'm going to hire anybody for a digital marketing service, I'm at least give Cortez the opportunity to earn my business. That's the power of a good lead magnet. A good online course pre-positions people to buy. If you give them a free course, it doesn't have to be extensive. 2 or 3 modules, 2 or 3 lessons per module, 2 or 3 minutes per lesson. That's all it has to be. And I focus on giving people the why and the what. Give them the why and the what. Here's why you should do this. Here's what to do. If you want to know how to do it, then you probably should hire somebody like me. I don't even say hire me, hire somebody like me. Now, I'm already in their ear. Chances are they're going to hire me, or at least give me a call, get on my calendar. So really quickly, let me recap the 5 most common lead magnets. Number 1, ebook. Number 2, checklist of some sort. Number 3, case study. Number 4, webinar/masterclass. Number 5, free course. Any questions on that? Don't let me just ramble on. You guys got questions? Sometimes I get caught up in the jargon and I assume y'all know these definitions and y'all know what I'm talking about. So if you don't hesitate to stop me mid-sentence. So that's what a lead magnet is. 5 of your most common lead magnets. Next. Yes.
Do you give them a complete course or is it just partial?
So it's up to you, Cam. If I'm going to give someone a course, it depends on what my core offer is. So for instance, one of my core offers is go high level as an affiliate. I'm creating a course that teaches people how to launch their own software company, right? I'm giving them the full course of how to launch their own software company. Why? Because you need a good white label partner in order to execute on what I teach you in the course. So in that case, I'm giving them the full course because they need my other component in order to execute on the course. So it kind of depends on what the end goal is for you. Sometimes it's a partial, it's maybe 1 module out of a 10 module course. You give them the first module as a lead magnet. They go through the first module, they're hooked, and then you sell them the rest. So it just kind of depends on the end game for you.
So Cortez, does it matter how large or how small an ebook should be, depending on your particular business or whatever?
It does not. I've seen ebooks at 5 or 6 pages. I've seen ebooks at 50 or 60 pages. Now, if it's 1 or 2 pages, it's not an ebook, it's a checklist.
Okay.
But outside of that, if you structure it like a book and it reads like a book, table of contents, maybe a chapter or 2, and if it's 10 pages, so be it, it's 10 pages. It's a great ebook. It's a great lead magnet. The key is always this. It has to be of value. Ask yourself, is the information I'm putting in this book, would somebody buy the same information? If you know the answer is yes, then of course, giving it away to the right people will generate a lead, and those people would be likely to do business with you down the road. So it's the value in the ebook more than the size that matters. Cool? Anybody else? All right, so let's see, how do you create a good lead magnet? This is where a lot of people get confused, and this is where a lot of people allow fear, procrastination, perfectionism, which to me, all of those are the same thing. They're just an excuse not to do something, right? Perfectionism, I say that's just a bougie way of saying procrastination. Procrastination is just a bougie way of saying an excuse, and excuses are useless. So to create a good lead magnet requires you to have the willingness to do it. That's first and foremost. Once you understand the power of a good lead magnet, then creating a good one is just a matter of using the simple technologies that are at our fingertips. What is a lead magnet? What is an ebook, for instance? All an ebook is a Word doc saved as a PDF. That's it. That's all the ebook is. It's a Word doc saved as a PDF with a cover. That's all it is. Some people will lose their mind about trying to create an ebook. And they've been writing Word docs all their lives. That's all the ebook is. And you save it as a PDF so that the person you're sending it to can't change it. Otherwise, you can send them the Word doc. It's the same thing, right? What is a course? It's an organized series of videos. That's all a course is. It's an organized series of videos. That's it. Now, that's a video course. How many of you guys know that you can also do an audio course? I don't have to be on camera. I can do an organized series of audio clips. And now I have an audio course. How many of you guys ever heard of an e-course? It's an organized series of written information, usually delivered via email. It's an e-course. It's 5 parts. So I'm going to send you 1 part every day for the next 5 days. Day 1, your email says this with these instructions about this particular part in the series. The next day you get day 2. That's a course, y'all. Don't get confused. Don't overthink it. You can put what's in your head on paper, on video, on an audio clip, organize it in a series, and you have a course, right? We know that a checklist is the same thing. It's a Word doc saved as a PDF, and it's just some high-level bullet points about what people could do or should do to solve a particular problem. It's that easy, right? What is a webinar or a masterclass? It's what we're doing now. It's a Zoom. That's it. That's all it is. It's a video presentation, y'all. That's it. Where it can be like what I'm doing now, or if I wanted to share a PowerPoint slide, then it could be a PowerPoint slide recorded on Zoom the same way. It's not difficult. Do not overthink it. All I have is my notes right here, and I'm just going over what I know about lead magnets. That's it. Don't overthink it, and you can bring value to someone else's life just as easy as just using just a little bit of technology, right? So that's how to create a good lead magnet. Understand that you should be with your lead magnet moving people away from some sort of pain. Your languaging about your lead magnet should be moving them away from pain versus trying to move them towards pleasure. Usually your lead magnet is marketed to people who don't know you. If I don't know you, I don't trust you to teach me how to make $1 million. But if I don't know you, I could trust you to teach me how to avoid the 7 mistakes that will keep you broke. See, now it's the same thing, but one is leading you towards pleasure, the other is leading you away from pain, right? It's got to be valuable. You have to think about the result that you are trying to deliver. You have to think about your target market. Who are you trying to serve? What problem do they have? And can you solve at least one problem for them that will create a relationship and a bond with you that maybe, here's a thought that people have when they work with me. If he's giving me all of this information for free, imagine what I can get if I hire him. That's the thought process you want people to have and come away from your lead magnets with. So they have to be full of value. No fluff pieces as lead magnets. Actionable, valuable content, and lead them away from pain, right? Now, Any questions on any of that? Everybody good? All right. If we are solid there, how to create. Doesn't take much to create a lead magnet, guys. Word doc, turn into PDF, written e-course, video course, audio course. It's not hard. Organized series of written material, videos, or audios. It's not difficult. Case studies, I gave you video ask as a way to get case studies from your satisfied clients. Ebook, just a Word doc saved as a PDF with a picture on the front, table of contents, resource page at the end. That's pretty much all an ebook is. And webinar is a Zoom meeting. And guess what? You can do a webinar with no audience. I can just do a Zoom by myself, with myself, and record it and put that on a web page, and that's a webinar. All right. Now, this part could get a little bit challenging for some of you guys, and that is, how do you deliver your lead magnets, right? Now, shameless plug, I have a software system that allows you to do all of this stuff, right? But I'm not here to fix you on my software system. But you're going to need some sort of tool to make this happen automatically. Now, does it have to happen automatically? No. If you're only generating 1 or 2 leads a day, maybe you can fulfill this manually. But the whole point is to build a ton of relationships with people on autopilot while you're doing other things, and let them get to know you. You build a know, like, and trust factor while you're doing other stuff. So some of the ways that you can deliver your lead magnets. If you're delivering an ebook, for instance, that's a simple measure of saving it in some sort of digital drive like OneDrive, Google Drive, Dropbox is another one of these places that you can store information. And then from there, you simply email them the link to the Google Drive where they can go and download the ebook. It's that simple. Now, to use a tool like an autoresponder or some sort, then you simply have them click on a button, fill out a form, and that form redirects them to a page where they can download it, or that form automatically sends them an email with the link in it where they can download it. It's not complicated, 2 or 3 steps usually at most. I'm going to show you what my lead magnets look like here in a second, but it's not complicated to set up a system. You could use something like MailChimp, which is free. You can use something like a free website builder to have a landing page and an opt-in form, right? And that will automatically send them out an email. So there's free tools that you can use out there. Now, I will tell you that my tool ain't free, but there are free tools that you could use. And one of the only drawbacks from a lot of the free tools is limited functionality. And then sometimes you can't remove the company's branding when you use their free tool. But outside of that, they'll work great. They'll deliver your lead magnet, right? So your checklist, your ebook, you're probably going to be able to deliver those via a lead, an autoresponder. Your course, your webinar, your case study, especially if it's a video case study, those get a little bit trickier. One of the easier ways that you can do that is if you have, say you have your video course put together and you do not have a membership site where people can log in and get access to it, right? What you can do is upload your videos to YouTube and make them private. Any video on YouTube that's private, the only person that can see them are the people with the actual link. So People can't go search for them and find them on YouTube. They're not going to pop up and suggest it. Now you have your 5 or 6 part video course, and you just send people an email with the 5 or 6 links in it. Doesn't cost you anything to do that. Now, obviously, you would ultimately want to graduate to a place where you have some sort of system where your content is locked behind a password protected wall, right? Our system does have a membership area built in. So we have a whole suite of tools that includes everything that you would need, right? But that's down the road if you don't have that in your budget. Don't let this stop you from putting together a good lead magnet. Let's see. So ebooks can be delivered via email with a link to a Dropbox or Google Drive or something like that. So can your checklist. Your case study, if it's a case study video, that's something that also can be put up on YouTube, and you can send the link to people who are requesting it, that kind of thing. But you will need, at the very least, something to collect names and email addresses. So a form on MailChimp for free is a good place to start. We do have the opt-in forms, the email autoresponders, the text messaging autoresponders, and all of that kind of stuff. But something that's going to allow you to collect the name, an email address, possibly a phone number, and then we'll automatically send out that email. So all you're doing is promoting one single link that says, hey, go here and sign up for my free whatever. And they go there, they sign up, and they're good to go, right? Now, the key and what your end goal should be is the reason I'm going through the trouble of building out a lead magnet is because I want customers. I want to give you something for free to prove to you that I can solve your problem. And then I want you to develop a relationship with me. I want to build a know, like, and trust factor because people do business with those they know, like, and trust. And from that point, I want to be able to convert you from a lead, in my case, to a booked appointment so that we can have a one-on-one conversation. The easiest and the best way to do that, now this does require a system. So I'm going to set up some stuff so that you guys can see in sequence how this works. So let me go into my appointment funnel. No, my checklist funnel. So I got a checklist somewhere. Where is my checklist? Oh, there it is. All right, so I'm going to show you my 2 pages for my funnel. And you're going to be able to see what I mean. All right, so let me show y'all this. All right, so my checklist that I give to local business owners. Can you guys see this screen? It says Local Business Marketing Pros. All right, so when I am doing my podcast, I'm doing value videos, I'm posting about how to optimize your online presence on my social platforms, I'm doing talks, workshops, whatever I'm doing, I know that most people are looking for solutions to their online marketing. So I tell them, go get my free online marketing checklist. So they'll come to this page right here. And as you can see, it kind of spells out what it is, got a picture of what it looks like. And then they click this button to put in their name, email address, and phone number, hit submit. And once they submit that, their information goes into my CRM. I've got their name, email address, and phone number in my system. They are considered what's called a lead. But I want to turn every lead into a booked appointment. How do I do that? The best time to do that is while you already have their attention. So if Miss Peggy came to my website looking for online marketing tips, she puts in her name and email address and phone number to get the checklist. It goes to the next page. Do I still have Miss Peggy's attention or not? Yes. So while I have her attention, I'm going to talk to her in a video, and all this video says is, hey, congratulations on taking action and getting this free online marketing checklist. It's going to help you in ways you can't imagine. However, if you would like help executing the items on this checklist, I would love to sit down and talk to you one-on-one about how I can help you execute what's on the checklist. Pick a date and time on my calendar and go ahead and book an appointment. And not only will you get the free checklist, I'm also going to help you develop a free marketing plan on this call. What do you say? You want to book that appointment? So I took that person from interested in just a lead magnet and a checklist to having an actual conversation with me. And guess what? I didn't have to talk to them. I still haven't talked to these people yet. This is all the system doing the work, doing the heavy lifting for me. Now watch this. When they book an appointment with me, right? Let me go to my other funnel here real quick. When they book an appointment with me, they go to a confirmation page that the appointment is booked. And guess what I do on this confirmation page? I say, hey, thanks for booking your session. Your appointment is confirmed. I need you to do a couple things. I need you to put it on your calendar. I need you to take the survey below real quick so I can get the information that I need to do the due diligence and help you put together your marketing plan. I need you to go ahead and join our free Facebook group. And then I need you to check out some of the reviews and the case studies that we've helped some other local businesses with. So now what I'm doing here is not only am I turning that lead into a booked appointment, now I want that booked appointment to be pre-positioned to buy by the time they get on the phone with me. I'm just constantly building this relationship. I'm just constantly showing them that I'm the expert. I'm just constantly showing them that I'm a professional. I'm just constantly showing them that I am the answer to their problems. And when you put your stuff together like this, by the time you get someone on the appointment, they're already leaning in to buy versus leaning away or coming to your meeting with their arms folded up. Does that make sense? Any questions on any of this? Ms. Peggy, I know you got to run. And anybody else? Questions, comments, observations? Anybody have any aha moments right now?
I'm excited. This stuff is new to me. And in the industry that I'm in, I'm still like intrigued to kind of see how it can kind of fit into where we are, because junk removal and demolition is it's a whole nother type of service other than like hair or like being a teacher or just stuff that you can provide, selling t-shirts or things that you can provide online based that people look for nowadays, right? Because nobody really goes out shopping as much as they used to.
Right.
So I'm excited.
Good, good. So for those of you who do not know LaToya is a junk removal specialist. She's building an empire from other people's junk, literally, y'all. But she, like a lot of service-based businesses, don't see how online marketing fits into their situation, right? Watch this, Latoya. 10 tips to identify a hoarder. Because one of the things she does is she helps clean out clutter from hoarders. So you're not targeting the hoarder, you're targeting the person who's going to likely hire you to come deal with a hoarder in their family. So when I put out a checklist that says 10 tips to identify the hoarder in your family, and I read those 10 tips, I'm like, man, that's my mom all day. And now when they download that checklist, you're saying, hey, here's the 10 tips. Glad you got this. Let me tell you some of the negative impact that hoarding has had on the lives of people that we've worked with in the past. And you would never imagine that someone living in a house where they're hoarding is causing respiratory illnesses and all of this kind of stuff. And like, so if you think you got that situation, here's a link to my calendar. Why don't you jump on the calendar and let's have a conversation? And if we need to come through and take a look at your parents, your loved one's place, we can do that and give you a free estimate. That's how you use lead magnets for what you do. You have to think about your pipeline. You have to think about your sales cycle and all of the different ways that people will be entering your sales cycle, and how can you give those people value, right? Hey, here's 7 tips to get your hoarder to agree to clean out their junk. Now, I'm opting in for that. What do you know about me? That I got a hoarder in my life. And they're trying to figure out how to get their hoarder to get this junk out of there. And if I can give you 7 tips to help coax your hoarder to getting the help they need, who you think they're gonna call when it's time to get that junk out of there? They're gonna call you, because you the one gave them the tips. So you're not new. A lot of business owners don't understand how to make the online piece match the offline piece. But there's a ton of ways. And if I got the chance to sit with you and your husband and learn a little bit more about your business model, you probably should have about 5 to 10 lead magnets, different angles that leads everybody down the same path to book an appointment to get a free estimate from you guys. Cool? More excited? Does that make sense? Awesome. Anybody else? Anybody else? We are coming up on our last 12 minutes, and I promise you that I will give you one of my sources for creating good lead magnets. Any other questions before we move on? All right. So now I'm going to give you guys one of my sources for lead magnets. And it's a great source. I'm going to put the link in the comments, but I'm also going to, when I send out the replay, the link to the replay tomorrow, just know that this is going to be embedded in the replay, all of these links and all of that kind of stuff. So let me just put the link in the chat here. Because this is, I am an affiliate with these guys. So you help support me when you use their service as well. So it is https:// I think that's it to everybody. So you guys click on that link right now and then just go ahead and bookmark it real quick and then come back. All right, let me see. Let me drop that on YouTube as well. I think that's it. All right. So now, where can I go to get access to some good lead magnet material? Let me share my screen. This is one of my all-time favorite sources, y'all. It's called PLR.me. For those of you who don't know the industry well, PLR stands for private label rights. That means anything that I buy from this site, I have purchased the rights to put my name on the work as the author. I've purchased the rights to rewrite it if I need to. I purchased the rights to put my face on the cover if I want to. I've purchased the rights to own this material, right? So if I just go here and look at the products that they have. So these are the categories that they have products in, right? So anxiety, depression, panic attacks, self-confidence, self-esteem, business and marketing, career and jobs, dating, relationships, goal setting and achievement, inspirational graphics, wallpapers, meditation, reflection, money management, weight loss, time management, success, wealth, stress management, self-improvement, saving and investing, parenting and family, natural health and safety, motivation and passion. So if you click on that link and you set up your free account, they're going to give you 12 free credits. Let me see if I go back. Uh-oh, I left it all together. If I log in, you'll see, I'm trying to see if they have their search. So look at this, Latoya. Get hoarding tendencies under control. This is an article. So you can take that article. Let's just take a look at it. And you can rebrand it. Put your face on it, put your company logo on there. And this is what it looks like. It's basically an article. And you can rewrite it, do everything you need to make it make sense for your industry. But how do you get hoarding tendencies under control? Download your free checklist. And now, once you got them in, everything else that you do after that creates the affinity for them to get to know your organization. And we didn't even talk about email marketing because that's the second piece of this. The second piece is, once I got your name and email address, how do I market to you over time in your email box to continue to share with you information that's relevant to hoarding? I know you're interested in hoarding because you got my hoarding guide. And at the end of every one of my emails, oh, by the way, we do free estimates. Click here to book you an appointment. And I'm just constantly in people's inbox every day, just talking about hoarding. Hey, did you know hoarding could cause this kind of trouble? Did you know that there could be some psychological damage going on in your hoarder's life? You know, some people start hoarding because of past traumas, and just showing love and showering love on people. You know why hoarders don't want to give up their stuff, right? And just building off of that and building that relationship. And when they're ready to hire someone to come help them move that junk, they're gonna call you, right? So anybody else wants to speak specific to their industry? And let's look at some things that might be available for you specifically, because this is your time. And I want y'all to, on trainings like this is your time to be selfish. Ask your questions that's specific to you and your business, not that stuff is gonna help everybody. What do you need help with? Forget everybody else. And don't feel bad if you're the only one asking questions. If ain't nobody else got no questions, then you get your coaching and you take the action steps that you need to take. Anybody else?
Hey, quick question, Cortez.
Yes, sir.
You said that was plr.me?
Yeah. So you're on your phone. So I want you to click the link because that is my affiliate link. So if you just click it on your phone and then go ahead and sign up for free or bookmark it, then at least obviously you'll get credit.
Yeah, I already bookmarked it.
Yeah.
I think. Okay.
Yeah. So that's it. Once you sign up, you're going to get 12 free credits. 12 free credits, by the way, is usually enough to get an ebook and probably a couple articles. Those articles, as I just showed you, those articles can easily become checklists, and those could become lead magnets, just the articles themselves. So it's a great source for anybody in pretty much any business niche. Sometimes the stuff has to be reworked, like Latoya is in a very unique type of industry, right? Most of you guys are in the coaching and consulting world. It's very easy for y'all to find buku stuff there. So we have to look at some stuff that's closely related. I know from watching the show Hoarders that there's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of psychological stuff going on in the minds of hoarders. So Latoya, also on this site, you see that they had a whole section on confidence, anxiety, fear. Like those are some things that you can also probably pull from and create something where you don't have to build everything from scratch. You can kind of take something that already exists and flip it into a hoarding thing, right? Anybody else? Don't be shy, people. Don't be shy. All right. Well, I think that's all I had on my list to cover for today, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys want to do me a favor and come off mute and just give me a quick testimony and say what you learned or something that you're excited about, I would appreciate that very much. And then we'll wrap this thing up.
Hey, man, this is Kenzo Chapman. Great job, Cortez, as usual. I really appreciate the insight you're giving me, man, and keep up the great work.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you.
Hi, I'm Louise.
I need to rock some of these lead magnets.
Uh-oh, so I got, let's go with Louise and then you come back, Milt.
I'm so excited. I'm Louise Bannerman, and thanks, Cortez, for always giving good information. I'm excited about the 5 leads that you listed. Like you make it seem so easy talking about the webinars and the free courses, where sometimes things seem like it may be difficult, but I like how you break it down, and it's very doable listening to you talking about it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. We have been trained. Just like we've been trained that money and building wealth is hard, we've also been trained that technology is hard. And that's by design, because that's how tech people make so much money. That's how finance people make so much money on your fear of it, so they can overcharge you because you think it's harder than it is.
Right.
Milt, my man, what's going on, brother?
Yeah, everything is good, man. I actually was just going to echo what was already said about the simplicity that you bring to it. And really, you know, I have a bad habit of making simple things complex, but I like what you said about using the lead magnet and letting that process build a relationship with the person from one step to the next. And I really learned from tonight to use the thing that leads a person away from the pain. That fits, I think that fits my style of wanting to interact with new people that I don't know.
Perfect.
Lead them away from the pain, and then walk them through, you know, up to an appointment or a product that I have.
Love it, love it, love it. And I won't take credit for that, y'all. I learned a great deal of what I'm teaching from Myron Golden, author from the Trash Man to the Cash Man, one of the greatest sales trainers on this planet. He's flat out amazing. And I'll try to be in his coaching class by the end of this year. It's $155,000 for the year. So that's how good he is. But amazing. Thank you so much, Milt. Anybody else?
What's up, Court?
Okay, I'll wait.
Ladies
No,
first.
you go ahead.
Ladies
Go
first.
ahead.
I'll go. I just want to say thank you. Like, this stuff is missed, and this is stuff that a lot of people are not willing to share. And I am one that kind of steers away from different things, and not really because I don't want to learn it, but because of the time mechanism behind it. And being able to implement things like this in my business would be great, but I don't always necessarily have the time that it takes to make sure that the information gets where it needs to get, I guess is where it is. And so you doing what you do and you're like so knowledgeable about it is a good thing. And it's great to just see you be able to just do this. You just move with it with like great flow. Like, okay, y'all go here. And it's it's so effortlessly, and I love it. And I love it because there's not a lot of people that really love this stuff and then want to share it at the same time. So thank you.
You are very welcome. And that is one of the things that really got me into the B2B side. As you can tell, Latoya, it's easy for me to coach coaches on this stuff, but I just realized that I can coach small business owners on this stuff in the same way. And you guys need it even more so because you think you don't, or you think you can't, it can't work for you, but that's the difference maker. Like, one of the questions that I have for my small business owners is this: would you rather be the best, or would you rather be the best known? See, a lot of small business owners have never thought about that. That most of them are the best at what they do. The challenge is not enough people know who they are and that they are the best. So now you have to take some time to focus on becoming the best known for being the best. And that's how you keep your pipelines full. That's how you keep your appointment calendar full. And that's how you scale your business. But you do that through the marketing side. So you got a question to ask. Do you take the time to learn it, or do you just hire someone to do it for you guys? Either way, it's got to get done. Otherwise, you'll get left behind. So thank you so much for the kind words. Appreciate that. Anybody else before we get out of here? Thank you so much.
What's up, Cortez? It's Cameron.
What's up, Cam?
What's going on? I would just want to say I appreciate you giving us free value, giving us the 5 ways to set up a lead magnet, and then adding in the who and the what and the how of processing our lead magnet.
Yeah, I appreciate you, brother, for always tapping in. I know a lot of times you're tapping in while you're at work, so I appreciate your hunger to learn this stuff. So as always, guys, you know you get a free marketing strategy session that will come out in the replay email tomorrow. So if you want to book a call and we dive into the weeds about what you're doing and how some of this stuff can apply to your business specifically, we'll do that. All the links to all the free resources will be in the replay as well. So make sure you guys check your emails for that tomorrow. And I appreciate y'all, man, because y'all questions and your feedback helps me continue to grow and develop, and also let me know where the gaps are and what I should be teaching next and how I can help even more of you guys get to the next level. So we're gonna wrap this thing up today, man. This was fun for me. Hopefully it was fun for y'all. Until I talk to you next time, I want you to get your money up, because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one.